The funnest podcast in
The
town.
merriest podcast in town. It's the Christmas episode, everybody.
We got Christmas everywhere.
Oh
Christmas
my gosh,
shirts.
so much Christmas.
The Muppets are here too, for some reason.
Yep, they're just off camera.
Yeah, they're over there. Kermit's over
We
there.
bought the license. We got
Patrick
'em.
actually looked over there as if like somehow the Muppets were actually over there.
They're not. For anybody wondering?
That's what he's looking at right now.
All right.
Patrick's back, everybody.
Patrick's in town. Everybody give him a round of applause. I don't have a cheer button, but if we did,
We do
you'd
need
play
to
it right there.
Yeah, I mean, you need
It'd
more
go
buttons.
woo.
You've got
I
two
don't have a
buttons.
soundboard.
Yeah, but it's not. All those files are on my other computer, so they don't do anything.
We got a fun movie to talk about today, everybody, and a bunch of fun Christmas games.
We do. We're gonna talk about Aquaman 2, the Lost movie.
Yep.
And then we're gonna do Chris.
We're gonna
Which
compete.
order are we doing this stuff in?
Well, I don't know. Well, okay. Here's the thing. We're gonna do a tier list of all the DCEU films.
Oh,
now
no, we
that
didn't
it's-
get ketchup.
There's ketchup?
There's like two
Where?
ketchup packets in there.
All right, whatever. We'll deal with that in a minute.
You're gonna have to eat without ketchup, Sam.
I'll
First
just go
meal
get
in your life
ketchup.
without ketchup. Here's the question. So we're gonna do a DCEU tier list now that the whole thing is over. Do you want to talk about Aquaman and then do that, or just do the tier list and while doing so talk about Aquaman?
We should talk about Aquaman first, so we can give it its own time to shine.
Does it really deserve its own time to shine?
Yeah, we should talk about
So
it.
me and
There's
Sam-
interesting stuff going on.
Me and Sam saw it. Patrick did not. I don't think Patrick's seen a movie in a couple years. Hey Google, turn the volume down to 1.
What on earth? Why is it playing like a
I don't
trap
know.
remix
I
of
told it to
Christmas
play
songs?
royalty-free Christmas music, and this is what it gave me. So I don't even know if this is royalty-free. We might get sued for this whole.
Well, I mean, they can't. It's not loud enough to be picked up anyway, so
That's fine.
matter.
Okay, so me and Sam, we walked over to our local theater at 10:20 at night.
Well, yeah, because that's when we every movie we watch.
What?
Yes,
It ended
at
at
work.
1 a.m.?
Yeah,
About.
probably.
It was already at the back of the house at the smallest
It
possible
was in the
screen.
very, very back of the theater, opening night.
Yeah, and it was the smallest.
What were
screen
they
had.
playing on, like, the main ones?
I think I looked at
I
it
don't even remember.
before. I think the thing that was on the most was Wonka.
That makes a lot of
But
sense.
there's so much out right now that everything was splitting screens. So like Wonka, Migration just came out.
Did
Yeah, Poor Things. Like all of these movies are just splitting. Boy and the Heron had a bunch of times too. So all these things are just splitting time. So Aquaman was just buried at the back at like a 10:20.
that's so awesome. I love that Aquaman's already buried.
Yeah,
in the
they
back.
didn't even. The staff of the theater didn't even clean it before the.
Yeah, there was a
screening.
bunch of
like-
trash in my seat.
and it smelled like cigarettes.
Dude, Cinemark, you're slipping. You're getting into AMC
I think
territory.
it's just that one. I think
Then
it's that
maybe,
one.
I don't
Cinemark,
know.
but it's not the one we usually go.
Yeah,
to.
Where
this
did you
was a
guys go
different
this
one.
time?
We went to the. Well, we can't say exactly where. We went to the one that is in between where I live and.
It's the smaller one that
Oh.
used to be a dollar theater.
Ah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
that one.
Yeah, there.
Which isn't usually it's
it's not bad. It's just small.
I've never gone there and there was like actually garbage.
there
You
was
know,
like just straight up.
It was
trash in the
awesome when
chair.
it was a dollar theater.
yeah. When it was a dollar theater, it was sick. You could get like you could do like. I mean, they would show movies like 3 months late, but you could see them for
That
like
was
$2
the
bucks.
appeal.
That was why it was a dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So this is the final film in the DCEU. It's been 10 very long years.
Did you
The
cry
first
at
one
the
is
end?
Man of Steel, right? That was
Yeah,
the
that's
first
the
one.
first
yeah.
one. It's been 5 years since the last Aquaman movie.
That's
So do
can't
you
really
like?
insane.
Do you prefer Man of Steel or the first Iron Man?
We'll get to it because we're gonna do the tier
First
list of all. of them.
Iron Man.
At the start.
Like,
Yeah, but I don't.
think-
Does
we weren't-
anyone prefer
We
Man of
weren't
Steel?
ranking the MCU against the DCEU. 'Cause
That's not a. That's
that
just
just
like
wouldn't be fair.
that's hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby.
That's like watching a horse fight a poodle. It's like, yeah, it's just gonna step on it and its head explodes.
Anyway, Sam, Arthur Curry is back.
Sure is.
Amber Heard is back.
I don't remember her character's name. but yeah,
Patrick
she was
Wilson
there.
is back. What did you think of Aquaman 2?
Well, Aquaman was in it, and Aquaman's
True.
all the characters from the first one except Willem Dafoe were in it.
Yes.
And there was a third character who was maybe in the first one that I guess completely
Oh, are you
erased
talking
from my
about
mind.
Dolph Lundgren's character?
Yeah, was he in the
I
first one?
put in my notes, was Dolph Lundgren in the first movie?
I don't know. He was just like in every scene.
He's
And he
just-
was like, I am also a king,
Do they ever
and I
even-
agree with you. I was like, who is this guy?
Did they ever even say his name?
I think he's the king of the fisherman tribe.
Oh.
Although they
but
never
I thought the
say that.
fishermen were like fish people.
No. I mean, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what he was.
Also,
I'm
is that
assuming...
cannibalism?
No,
If
because
they're
the
eating
Atlanteans
fish?
are not fish.
But they can talk to fish as like sentient
Yeah,
creatures.
you could talk to a horse or a dog or a cow.
But the horse doesn't speak English. Like, imagine if the horse was speaking like
Yeah, but
intelligible
neither
thoughts
do
to you
any
when
of
you ate
the
it.
none of the fish that he talked to
But
speak
most
back
of
to
them
him.
are fish. Some of them are like literal fish people.
Yeah, I
They're
imagine
just like larger
those.
fish.
Well, sharks eat fish, and
That's
sharks
true.
are fish.
That's true.
I think cannibalism just is allowed in the ocean. It just works.
But anyway, so I've broken up my notes into sections here. First off, let's get to the script, which I think is by far the weakest element of this entire
It's just
movie.
like completely random nonsense.
I wrote, it's a script that a 13-year-old would write and think is like really, really cool.
So it's like the one for Thor, Love and Thunder.
I would say it's actually
bit.
pretty similar
Yeah, a little bit.
in terms of like how just insanely goofy this movie gets unintentionally. Like,
Well, I think Thor: Love and Thunder was trying.
Thor:
to
Love
be
and Thunder
more
was
goofy.
trying to be goofy, and then they tried to make it serious at the end, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
This movie at really no point intends to be serious.
Except when the baby gets kidnapped.
Yeah, but
Spoiler: a baby gets kidnapped.
it's mostly just like silly, goofy time. But it doesn't feel like that's the tone they were going for. It feels that way because it's like they're not putting any effort into it.
Remember when they
Like everyone,
Remember when they steal gasoline from the most
yes,
hardest to
I have
break
a note
into
about
vault?
that too. But
Why?
it just feels like nobody involved in this production really cared. It was just like, we have to make another Aquaman movie.
Yeah, we gotta finish this thing. Let's wrap it up.
Let's just- what can
throw
we-
it out there?
What can we do with an Aquaman sequel?
Jason Momoa seems like he's having fun. All the actors seem like they're having fun. It just like, there's nothing going on.
They-
Maybe
like-
movies would be better if actors didn't.
That was Stanley Kubrick's philosophy.
Yeah.
But the actors don't seem like they're like having a bad time, but 90% of the characters in this movie have nothing to do.
Yeah.
A lot of the supporting cast just stands around while Aquaman does things.
Yeah, like I don't remember Amber Heard's character's name. Mira. She just
Who
like
is in this way less than the first one.
yeah, she like waterbends a couple of tornadoes.
I think she maybe has 3 total lines of dialogue.
Yeah,
in this
she
whole
waterbends
thing.
a couple of tornadoes and some pee, and that's like all she does the whole movie.
Right, Aquaman gets peed on
Yeah, and then he
Twice.
dodges the pee, and then she waterbends
3
pee
times
because
because the octopus might have peed on
yeah,
him.
the octopus might have peed on him. It's unclear.
Comedy comes in 3s.
Or like 2.5s.
2.5, 2 octopus, 2.8.
2.8, sure.
Um,
And then yeah, his mom was like,
Oh yeah, Nicole Kidman.
she had one scene where she like fought a dude on like an underwater motorcycle.
Oh, are you talking about when they stole those ancient car batteries?
Yeah, when
and
they
the 2 queens of Atlantis responded to the call.
yeah,
like,
when the gas station was being robbed and the queen and queen consort of an entire nation state show up to stop the gas station robbery.
Patrick,
yes,
that's like if you
that
robbed the
occurred.
gas station and we sent like Joe Biden's wife to go stop you.
And then like the CIA, and then like randomly Jill Biden was
Yeah.
also there.
But no, the main focus of this movie is Orm from the first one, Ocean
yeah, he
Master,
gets like a semi-redemption arc.
and Aquaman. And their dynamic isn't bad. I think Patrick Wilson is trying.
Remember when he Naruto runs?
I do remember when he Naruto runs. But
Why?
well, they explain it in the movie. He doesn't know how to run.
But he
He's never
ran
run land.
before, and he ran normally in the other scenes.
Well, they forgot about that. It was probably an improv bit, and they didn't realize it didn't line up with the
Yeah.
rest of the movie. But their dynamic is fine. but it's kind of just like the dollar store cheap knockoff version of the Thor Loki dynamic from Marvel.
Yeah, it definitely
where
is.
one of them is like posh and wants to be in charge, and then the other one is like a goofy rock star guy
who wants to
like
just
a bohemian
chill and
man.
be sick, but he has to leave.
So it's like that. This whole concept of this version of the Aquaman universe is really just like at its core, just like Diet Marvel's Thor.
Yeah, Diet Thor.
Where it's like this whole nation, and the king has a magic weapon, and he doesn't want to be the king, and he has an evil brother. Like it's just all these things that just like that line up completely, and so everything.
It's even a half brother.
Yeah, so everything they try to do in this just feels like a cheap knockoff of that.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the rest of the story is so convoluted and made up of like cliches that nothing about this feels like it was an original idea at all. Where they're just like, what if...
It feels like none of the ideas in the movie were thought all the way through. Like they will introduce concepts and introduce stakes and then abandon them almost immediately.
So this whole movie is built, and we're just gonna do spoilers because who cares?
Yeah, it's over.
This whole movie is built on this, like, they're stealing the ancient Atlantean batteries to cause climate change so that
they can melt
the Antarctica melts, and then the evil zombie army will then melt out of their ice prison and come.
It's like Gru trying to steal the moon.
Except for you still need the blood of a king
Except
to do
for,
it.
in order to unlock the king guy,
you still didn't need.
You
to do
need
all
the
that.
blood of one of the Atlantean king, like one of their bloodline. So what
Yep.
was the point of the global warming?
I don't know. And they already had the city because they find it at the
And they
very
go
beginning
in
of the
there,
movie.
and the zombies are all like, most of them are already out, like they're already running around.
I mean, the tentacle monster was already free, like at the very beginning of the movie.
You didn't need to do all the global warming. You could have just gone in there with a hairdryer and
Well, I
just
don't know
like
if that would
melted it
work,
a
'cause
little
I
bit.
don't know how you'd get
You
that.
could have just
in there.
explode. They didn't need to. They didn't need to do like, because there's like a 5-month time jump while they're just like sitting there collecting batteries and like emitting greenhouse gases, just slowly warming the globe.
Yeah, why
unleash
did
this
it take
army.
them so long to burn all
Just
the batteries?
go in there and set a big fire, and all the guys will melt out. You could just blow up the cave, and they'll all come out.
Remember when, in order to stop them from igniting the gas in the batteries, they shoot the island with missiles?
Yes.
You know, those traditionally non-flame
Which
causing missiles.
You think would be like a setup and payoff thing, where like they're constantly talking about how like volatile like the fuel cells
and
are,
then
or
they
whatever.
explode, but there's never
There's
ever
never
a point in the movie where they explode.
like use them. Like you'd think they'd bring that back at the end, where like Aquaman
There's
uses
a
one of the
scene
fuel cells to blow up Black Manta.
where
or whatever.
Aquaman hits something with one of these highly explosive fuel cells.
Which they tell you several times. They make sure to
in
keep
the
reminding
scene,
you.
In the scene, Orem goes, Aquaman, stop hitting things with that. It'll explode. And Aquaman goes, nuh-uh. And then he keeps hitting stuff, and it just doesn't explode. I was like, why? Why didn't it explode?
Yeah.
Does it just not explode? Was that just a lie that everyone is like agreed to?
And this
What's
fil-
going on?
This movie has like 5 credited story people who did the story outline for this, and I was watching an interview with Jason Momoa a few like days ago, and he was talking about he wrote the initial story outline for this straight after doing the first one, and he was the one who wanted to focus on like Aquaman as a dad and about like global warming and stuff, because that's something like he's very passionate about.
That's what he wants to do.
But then it's really obvious that they just took that outline and globbed on this whole Black Manta, evil ancient army, lost kingdom thing onto that. And then someone else came in and put the Aquaman Orm dynamic onto that. So it's like 3 different pitches for Aquaman sequels just
that have
kind of
been
merged
merged
together.
yeah.
And they didn't really think about how any of those things connect.
They were like, "Hey, we're doing the last one. We gotta do all of them at once."
Well, because Aquaman is such like a out there property. You can do
Well,
anything
okay.
with an Aquaman sequel.
The
really.
idea of like, oh, there was a secret other kingdom that's frozen in
Yeah,
Antarctica,
that feels like a pretty
that
natural
makes
escalation.
sense. Yeah, that makes sense in the Aquaman universe. Like Prince Orem and Aquaman teaming up to do something.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And now I don't know what the skeleton spider horse bug people were.
Oh, at the prison?
Yeah, I don't know what that was, and we never see them again, and
Well,
they're
they're-
not from anything, so I don't know what
Both
that was.
Aquaman movies have like just an obligatory sequence where they go to a desert for no reason.
Well, yeah, okay. That's like, cause that's like Superman being with a red sun, right? Like that's just like where
Well,
he's,
Aquaman
like,
out of his
Aquaman's
element,
least
yeah.
powerful. But number one, he's not there long enough for it to matter, and 2, why are there skeleton bug men living in there?
Yeah, I think that kind
they
of
weren't in there in the first movie.
I think
when
that
they
kind
go
of
to
draws
that
us
area.
to the action sequences where like Aquaman as like a power set, especially when he's not in the water, is like not really dynamic at all.
It's just strong.
He's a bruiser. He just kind of rocks up and hits things really
Yeah.
hard. So, which I think works fine when he's underwater. He can do more stuff because he can communicate with the fish.
He can fly,
and he has the big stick, and he can do sword
I
fights.
mean, even the
and
trident
he can
should
zoom around. He
allow
doesn't
him-
have the trident for like the whole second act for no reason.
Yeah, no, the entire
just to nerf him.
he has it in the beginning of the movie and at the very end for the final battle. But during the whole middle of the movie, he just like leaves it at
He
home.
just forgot it at home, so that way he can be nerfed for all the back
And,
action
okay,
sequences.
The not having the trident doesn't even nerf him in this universe, because the trident is supposed to let him like control the weather. Like that's what it does.
Yeah, it can like shoot lightning bolts,
which is
and
like
stuff in the
super
comics.
powerful. And he can like throw it, and I think it does return to his hand, kind of like Thor's hammer does. I don't remember if that's part of it, but I think it does that. But in this one, it's just a glowy
Yeah.
trident. It doesn't actually do anything special. It's just a very good trident. So why they thought it was necessary to have him not have it, I don't know. Maybe it does do something, and I forgot, and they never had it do that in the movie. I don't know.
There is
A lot of I don't knows in this movie.
There is a couple pretty solid action scenes in this movie. The one that kind of stands out is there's a pretty good like hand-to-hand combat scene when they're in the big
Yeah, the
greenhouse
final
gas factory and Black Manta and him are having that scene's pretty good. The ending one's all right, but most of the, especially in the second act, most of the action scenes are just like big CGI landscapes and then like action figures just like bashing into each other.
which they even like have like they kind of make fun of that like,
At the beginning,
yeah.
and then they just do it anyway. That's the kind of thing of this whole movie where like I think they knew going into this what all the problems were going to be, and they just didn't care to like try to correct any of them.
Yeah, because they were like, it's Aquaman.
And
which is a weird attitude to have, because the first Aquaman movie was very successful.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened where they were like, oh, it's just Aquaman.
I know-
We can just like, whatever. Like, when you were making the first one, I totally understand that attitude. Because it's just Aquaman, who cares, whatever. But at this point, Aquaman is one of their most
That was the highest
well-received
grossing one they
characters.
did.
Yeah, at that point, you're like, okay, we should treat this character with a little more respect now. You know, he's like, he's kind of, we've showed that he's like, he's got some merit to him. But no, they're actually like, no, actually, let's double down on making this guy like super dumb. Like, okay, why though?
Again, this took 5 years to do, right? I know it was like finished a year ago, and they've just been sitting on it for a year.
Yeah.
But I also know it was reshot and test screened like a million times. And I think after they were just like reshooting the third act for the fourth time, they just gave up, and this whole thing kind of just feels that
Remember
way.
when?
Do you think it ever test screened well?
No. If it test screened well, they wouldn't have done like 4 rounds of reshoot, like at all. Like if it ever did. The last round of test screen they did was in like the summer, and there were reports coming out that like people thought this
yeah,
was
people
the
like
worst
walked
one
out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
To the test
for
screenings.
free test screening. If someone walks out on your free movie, that's how you know it's bad.
Yeah, it's not.
People will
it's not
sit through
great.
any movie if it's free.
Yeah. Remember when somehow Atlantis hadn't been revealed to the populace yet, even though it
Aquaman's
has
just been out and about.
Even though, like, yeah, Aquaman's been actively working as Aquaman, as a member of the Justice
I
League.
did like how the
for
council.
several years.
I like how every person who is in charge of Atlantis that isn't Aquaman is just full set on genocide for the
Yeah, they're
human
just
race.
super racist.
They're just like super duper racist.
They're like, yeah, no, we're gonna kill everyone on Earth. We're not. They're doing climate change, and you know what? We're not even gonna. We're not gonna ask them to stop.
Aquaman's
we're
like-
just gonna kill them.
Aquaman's like, we have all this highly advanced technology. Why don't we just use it to fix climate change? And they're like, nope.
They're like,
gotta kill the
no,
humans.
no, we have to murder them all. You idiots.
Also,
you goober.
this movie is not subtle at all. The villain is literally, his evil plan is to cause climate change, and they have a big volcano that emits big green gas out of it that's causing global
But
warming.
okay, that was the climate change he caused was like not even treated as like a big deal. Like even in the movie,
No, it doesn't really go anywhere. See, that's what I'm saying.
Even
Like,
in
there's
the
just so many
movie-
like disparate elements that
Yeah,
they
like-
just kind of try to fit together.
they're like, "Oh my God, you did so much climate change, Black Manta. You're so bad. Why'd you do that?" And he goes, it's not that bad actually. I barely I only did a couple years of climate change. It's not too bad." And then everyone's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's not too bad then." And then they just move on.
Yeah.
I was like, "What?"
But the main villain of this piece is Black Manta, back from the first movie, and I kind of feel bad for the actor playing him. His name is Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. He's a pretty good
Oh,
actor.
we got to add for chocolate. now.
Uh-oh. Gonna get copy striked by accidentally playing this chocolate ad.
Well, they did it.
This is free advertising.
They did it to us unwillingly, so
But
it's
anyway.
kind of on them.
His character is just like they've removed any sort of resemblance of depth from him, and all the dialogue they give him is laughable.
Well, okay, he never really had depth. His plan was just, I want to kill Aquaman because he killed my dad. That was it.
Also, I love. Okay, yeah. Anyway, I have a list of miscellaneous questions. We'll get into that in a second. But every line of dialogue they give him in this is either I want to kill Aquaman or just like a really unintentionally goofy bit.
Yeah. Like, wow, Aquaman, you stole your brother's kingdom and his girl. Shame on you.
Like that's the
a real
serious
line.
villain
that is
of
a
the
quote.
piece.
That is a quote from the movie.
All the dialogue in this is super weird and stilted. I don't.
Who wrote this?
The guy who wrote this co-wrote the last one, so it's the same guy.
The dialogue in the first one was also insanely goofy.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of forgot because it's been a long time.
I only saw it that one time. I saw it in the theater that when it first came out, and I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
since.
I think we saw it one time at home because Mama wanted to watch it again.
But this is one of those moments where you put all your trust, but they can't replicate it ever again.
So James Wan, who directed this one, directed the last one. I honestly don't blame him for any of this. He was not put in a good situation.
Yeah, I mean,
He's got a bad script.
the directing was fine. Like, the directing is not what the problem
Yeah,
is.
I actually think this one is better directed than the last one in terms of like the camera angles, especially for the action scenes. The action scenes in the first one, from what I remember, are really like weirdly floaty and like janky, and how the camera moves around.
Also,
This one, I think he actually did a better job photographing
the
it.
characters
than he
do
did
feel
before.
very distinct and very like they all stand out. So like, I don't think the directing
The
was
main
the,
ones
was the
kinda do.
problem.
I mean, there's like Mira and Dolph Lundgren who just kind of fade.
Well,
in the
they
background.
don't. They're not.
I
real.
was really shocked because at the very beginning, Mira gets put in a hospital bed.
Yeah, I thought she was just gonna be in there all the
I
movie.
was wholly expecting her to just be absent for the rest of the movie.
But no, she just shows up like
Then she just
like
shows
10
up at
minutes
the
later.
end and does some fighting and then leaves.
I don't even think at the end. I think like literally like later on, like she just like because
Yeah, she comes in to bail them out.
yeah
with
to
her
like save him or
water-bending
whatever.
powers.
Yeah.
But anyway, I have some just random questions I put in here. Want me to just rattle them off?
Yeah, go for it.
I put, why call it the Lost Kingdom in the name of the movie if that's not even a real interesting location to focus any of the plot around or be interesting in any way?
Well, because there's a big plot.
Why did they call it that? If you're gonna call,
because they got erased it.
But the
Because it's a
kingdom
really
is
cool
just-
title.
that is a kind of cool title. If they wanted more accurate, it should have been called like Aquaman and the Stolen Evil Car Batteries or something.
Oh, you know what? I bet they wanted to call it "And the Frozen Kingdom," but they're making Ghostbusters, and that one's also called Frozen Kingdom, and so they had to change this.
I don't think it was ever.
I don't think it was either, but this one has an actual Frozen Kingdom in it.
But where did Black Manta get his highly devoted pirate army? Is this just an army of goons?
He just those are his dudes. Those are his.
I do love that he
What
just-
was that other movie we saw that they just had a weird devoted army for. Was that the stupid We saw something.
Was this like this year?
It was recently-ish.
Was it like a Marvel movie?
Fast and Furious.
It might have been Fast and.
I don't remember him having an army. Of
No,
goons.
he just had like a guy, like a couple guys.
Yeah. I don't remember.
But yeah, I think that's the last movie we saw in theaters
with
Patrick.
you. Yeah.
It was probably that.
I put, why did the Queen and former Queen get deployed to stop a battery heist?
Yeah, that's just what kind of system is that?
What was the point of collecting all those car batteries to cause climate change when the room was almost already
Also,
completely melted?
there's a line of dialogue where they're in the submarine and they're approaching the vault, and the scientist is like, "Scientist log, we're about to rob
yeah.
the biggest and hardest and most dangerous vault to break into, and out of all of the vaults, and only we know where it is, except so does everyone else, but only we know where it is." And I was like, why would you rob the hardest one to rob and not the easiest one to rob? And it wouldn't have been like a question I even had if they didn't explicitly mention that out of all the vaults, this is the hardest one to rob.
And I
then
think
rob a different one.
I think it's a side effect of the reshoots.
Maybe it had the best stuff in it.
The whole first,
It didn't. It just had gasoline in it.
they all have the same stuff.
Well, then go to the easier ones.
I don't know.
exactly.
But the whole first chunk of this movie is super reliant on these massive voiceover exposition dumps. Like 4 different characters at a certain point just sit there and monologue about what's going on and what's about to happen for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It happens like in like really, really close to each other too. This whole thing just feels like a patchwork. Like they were just like stitching a quilt together, and we're hoping it would come out in the shape.
Remember
logo.
Guinness beer?
Oh, I titled my notes "Aquaman 2 Notes" brought to you by Guinness.
Yes, because they mentioned Guinness
Several
so often.
Aquaman's like, I just want to be at home eating a hamburger and drinking a Guinness.
And
That's
he says,
the
Guinness,
American way.
not beer. Like, why? No one says that.
I love the shot
You
of
do if you're trying to drink Guinness.
I love the shot
guess.
of his dad reaching into the fridge, and there's just all these Guinness with their labels like perfectly turned towards the
Maybe
camera.
you have a problem.
I also like how all of their glasses say Guinness,
Guinness
on them. That happens.
Well, it was like you remember Shang-Chi and all the cars?
Yeah, they were all. But that's like every movie has like
no, but
one
like
type of
Shang-Chi
car.
specifically.
Well, because he was a driver, so you see the car. But yeah, that was all one type of car.
Right.
Has Jason Momoa always worn these
And
really
the bad guys
distracting
were not in
yellow
that
eye
movie.
contacts?
Yeah, I don't remember him having the
They're like
eye
Sith eyes.
eye erasing contacts.
They
Like,
were really distracting for
Yeah,
like the
they were
whole first
super
chunk of the
weird.
movie. I
And
have
I
to go
think-
back and look. I'm not going to, but I'm wondering if he actually had those in the last ones, if that was like a thing they tried to do in this one.
And I think Orin had them too. Like not as extreme, but like a different color ones. I could see the ring of the contacts.
You could on Jason Momoa 100%.
Yeah, because his whole eye was
His whole eye was
contacts.
yellow. And then my last one is: are we just supposed to forget that Patrick Wilson tried to do a genocide of 7 billion people?
Yep. It's okay. No, that was the council they pressured.
I love
him.
that he just lets it at the end. He just lets him out into the world. He's like, "Yeah, you're fixed."
Doesn't he try to like justify it at one time too? He's like, "No, I had to do it because of climate change. I guess
Yeah,
had to." It's like, no, you.
my only
didn't-
choice.
The fact that it's revealed that they did not even like try to talk to the humans, like not even once.
No, they're just straight up go straight to genocide.
Like imagine if that's how now I'm sure at some point we did do that. But imagine like there's 2 countries, right? And one of them is like dumping trash like over the other nation's border. But they don't even know that there's another country there. The other country intentionally hides from them and never told them that they were there. And so the other guys are like, well, there's this big plot of land here. I might as well just like dump my trash here. You know, who cares? And so they've been dumping their trash there. And then the other guys are like, I really hate that guy for dumping his trash here. We're going to kill every single one of them. I'm like, that's insane. Why would you do that?
More random notes. I thought it was funny when the baby was shooting the mind beam out of its head.
Oh,
into
yeah,
fish
the
tank.
baby does the Aquaman, like, woo, 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 the rings.
And they show the little rings just like beaming out of his little head.
So there's multiple scenes where a baby is shooting rings out of its head at fish.
I like how Black Manta's comic book henchmen all have funny looking rubber bodysuits.
Yeah, they
They're
have
just,
like
strapped in the scuba gear the whole time.
no, they have like 1960s Batman villain
Mm-hmm.
costumes. Like they are actually wearing like rubber bodysuits. And they're like loose. They don't like fit right. They actually look so stupid.
I like the reference to a Galaxy Broadcasting Service, which is a reference that's the TV network Superman worked at in the comic books for a little bit. That's a reference
right.
for me and no one else. I put the evil zombie king guy looks like a villain from Masters of the Universe.
Oh no, he's a lich from D&D. The way liches work in D&D is like they're wizards who like put their soul in an object to like continue to puppet around their body after death. Yeah, so he put his soul in the trident and then like he possesses people and tried to come back after death. That's exactly what he is.
And then it was really boring. The whole thing was just super played out and boring.
Remember, okay, the dumbest
That was most of it.
the-
This was just boring.
the dumbest part was at the very end. He uses Aquaman's blood to free the king. Aquaman throws the evil trident at the king. The king just catches it. And I'm like, oh man, now big man's free. We're gonna get a big man fight now.
Mm-hmm.
And then Aquaman just throws his trident at him immediately after throwing the other one, and it just kills him instantly.
Yeah, I just
He was just not a threat at all. You should have just let him get free because he's very easy to defeat.
I feel like The writer probably turned in a script with that whole fight in it, and then the studio looked at it and said, "This thing can't be more than 2 hours and 15 minutes. Just delete that whole section. Just cut straight to the end."
Yeah, just he dies and instantly dead.
He's such a nothing villain. Like, the explanation is that he's just like this ancient king who got turned evil by the magic pitchfork
That he made.
himself, and then he got frozen in a block of ice, and now he's possessing the pitchfork again. And that's it.
Yeah, it's very dumb. Does not make any sense.
And then I put the legendary DCEU ends with a man getting peed on and a guy eating a cockroach.
Oh yeah, at multiple points in the movie, Prince Orm eats cockroaches because Aquaman tells him that,
Yeah, to like mess with him.
and then he just likes
He
them.
likes eating. That's the only post-credit scene, by the way. Because
Yeah, that's the last shot of the
The DC
entire DCEU
Patrick Wilson
is
eating.
Patrick Wilson eating a cockroach on a hamburger.
What a way to go out.
Yeah.
All
a
right,
time.
well, I think that's our Aquaman.
Would you
thoughts.
recommend Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom?
If you're like lobotomized and you or drunk,
If you're drunk.
then if you're drunk, this movie would probably be awesome.
I feel like most movies are pretty good if you're really drunk.
No, but I feel like this movie is like made to be seen.
Yeah.
Like with the spider horses.
I think they might have made it well.
and like the
drunk.
glowing seahorse thing he rides on.
I totally forgot that was in this.
Yeah, that had a name that they specifically mentioned at the beginning that I forgot about completely.
They're like, and this is my sidekick, Seahorse.
Thunder Horse or whatever.
And then
and
he
he's the coolest, and then he never shows up.
He shows up
again.
once at the end.
Yeah.
And then he just leaves.
And then there's that octopus who is canonically the one who played the drums in the first one. Like, I thought as a
I
joke.
like that. I
like,
did like that.
I was like, I bet that's. I wonder if that's the same octopus who plays the drums. And then the queen goes, "This octopus is the guy who plays the drums." I was
And I'm
like,
yes.
all right, cool.
If
sure.
they ever bring this universe back, I want to spin off just about the octopus.
That will never happen.
They'll bring this universe back at some point, but I want the octopus.
Not this universe.
No, that
They'll multiverse cameo.
eventually, yes, someone's gonna show.
But I don't think this universe will continue to go
No.
forward.
Well, technically, parts of it will, but I guess we'll get to that. So,
All right, let's rank this stuff. That is not a royalty-free song.
So,
Maybe it is a royalty-free.
I don't know. What are we even listening to?
I don't know. It's supposed to be Christmas music, but it's
Oh.
do 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 do.
Where's the other?
Zombie Nation.
Is that what it's called? A dumb name.
Is it over there?
What over here? I don't know
think
what.
it's on the fridge.
Oh, this? All right, there you go. Sorry, there's a lot of. Oh, all right, let's pause. All right,
Okay,
we are
got
back.
The tier list all pulled up.
We're back with the Christmas DC tier list.
That's right.
We're ranking every DC movie. And Max is here now too. We got the entire OG crew back
Except for
for
Wyatt's
Christmas.
technically part of
Wyatt's
the OG.
not an OG crew
Wyatt,
member. He
yes.
was in 2 episodes.
what about that one kid? What's his face?
Morgan?
Yeah.
Morgan.
I
Morgan's
thought about
gone.
calling him, but I just won't.
Morgan is MIA.
Yeah. Just so we're clear, I have seen all of these. Sam, I
I
think
think
you
I've
have
seen all
too.
of them.
I've seen most of these.
And Patrick, I think you've seen.
Is
I think
this
you've
really it? There's more
No,
movies
this is
than this
it.
in the DCEU.
No, this is it.
This is it?
Yeah.
Well, they
No,
only
it's
released
not.
like one a year.
They only did like one a year for like 5 years. All right, I think we should start at the beginning. Man of Steel.
Oh, did you pause yours and unpause yours?
Oh, mine's just been
You're
recorded.
giving it a D?
I'm just picking it up. What do you guys think about Man
Are
of
we
Steel?
doing it relative or are we doing it like actual?
I think actual quality wise, not really
Okay.
relative to each other.
I'd
Give it
say
a B.
Yeah, I think B's fair.
I think this is a pretty well-made movie.
I feel like it's overhated. I feel like it's not as bad as people.
I do think it's a little bit. I think Zack Snyder. I don't think he has like a. I don't think his interpretation of Superman is uninteresting. I just don't think it was like a good idea for his version to be the setup for the main universe.
I think
He's too grim and gritty. I don't really like the look of this movie. It's too gray.
yeah,
That's
he's
every
he's
Zack
a little
Snyder
bit too
movie.
sad of a Superman.
He's too mopey. I also think it's edited in a weird order, especially like the first 2 acts.
He did kind of get like
He's-
less mopey later on.
Yeah,
though.
he's constantly jumping in between like current day and flashbacks in this movie, and it kind of gets a little discombobulating.
Yeah,
So that's like my main problem with it. But I do think it's mostly fine. I think it's casted really well. I think everyone except for Amy Adams is like really well cast, especially Michael Shannon as General Zod. So I think a B is probably a good place with that one. And then of course after that we had Batman versus Superman. D.
You put it in B?
That's really high for Batman versus Superman.
I think C.
D.
Yeah, I think C. There were still some pretty cool moments in Batman vs.
There's cool
It was
moments,
stupid.
but it does not work as a complete.
No, but it was cool though.
Was it?
It doesn't. But
Remember when they fight a big tadpole at the end?
Yeah, but then Wonder Woman goes. Remember
It's
that part?
just this movie is so clunky.
Yeah.
It
Well,
kind of
there's
works.
Definitely
At
worse
times.
stuff.
There's some cool Batman scenes where he's
Yeah,
like
there
climbing
definitely
around.
is worse. That's why I think D is pretty good. Maybe bottom of C.
Yeah, put
I
in
think
C.
C. I think
Put in
C is
C.
fair.
All right, maybe C. The ultimate cut is definitely.
Yeah.
The ultimate cut makes more sense as a whole, but the theatrical cut especially is like the weirdest, dumbest thing ever. All right. So after that, it was Wonder Woman. No, it was Suicide Squad.
The first one?
The first one.
F.
Yeah.
It's unwatchable.
It's
Actually
pretty
terrible.
bad, and I've seen it several times.
Why?
I don't know.
Stop going back. It's an F.
There's like 3 well-cast characters.
Yeah, the casting's fine. The movie's awful.
Not even.
where Margot Robbie shows.
That's not in the movie.
That's not it.
What?
You've been on a different
I
site.
think you've been looking at a different.
That was a different cut of the movie.
Yeah, not a lot of redeeming qualities about Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it's just not good at all.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's really good. I think
I think A or S.
maybe S.
Maybe
Well, there's
S.
no. I don't think there's a better movie.
I really like Wonder
I
Woman.
think Wonder Woman might be like the most just generally like really solid superhero.
I think since we're ranking them against each other, I think we gotta. I think S. I think this is
Yeah,
yeah,
S tier.
it's the only one that you can actually go back and rewatch and be like,
think-
wow, that's a good movie.
especially out of these 4,
And maybe the
probably,
first Shazam.
probably out of most of these, I think Wonder Woman has the strongest,
Yeah.
which is the reason why I think Wonder Woman 2 didn't work as well as. All right, Justice League F.
Yeah.
Trash.
I don't think there's any redeeming
You want
qualities
to talk about an
to that.
unwatchable movie? Just visually looking at Suicide Squad makes you want to vomit.
It just is like
Why does
Yeah.
it look so gross?
I don't know.
Are we ranking the Snyder Cut separately?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on there separately.
Yeah, Justice League, just real bad. Remember when he had a CGI face from the
Yeah.
mustache for that whole debacle? What a time! 2018's only DCEU film was Aquaman.
I think A tier for Aquaman.
A for Aquaman.
Yeah, for Aquaman.
It's not as good as Wonder Woman, but it's definitely better than Man of Steel.
D. I think
it's
Man
not
of Steel is
C
better.
tier.
I put it top of B.
It's not.
Do you? Okay.
It's not better than Man of Steel, but
I
it's
do
not
think it
as
is better.
bad
It's
as
watchable.
Batman.
Like
vs.
you can definitely.
Most of these are watchable.
No, but Aquaman is like that's a fun family movie.
I guess.
Yeah, that's fun.
Just put it in B.
All right, I'll put it.
You don't have to put it above Man of
All right,
Steel,
I'll
but
put
it
it in
is in
B.
B tier.
Yeah, we saw it
Put
on
your
Christmas.
mom in
That's like
tier.
her favorite superhero movie.
She's only seen like 4.
Yeah, that's the only one she liked.
No, her favorite is the Christopher Reeve. Shazam was after that. I think Shazam is either high
A.
B, low A.
A tier. This is a good
The
movie.
villain
pretty
was so
fun.
lame though.
The
I-
villain
who-
sucks.
The
But I think
first
it's-
90% of that movie is really good.
You want to talk about a strong family movie? I think that's kind of what Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam's
Shazam
really
is a good movie.
I think Shazam's pretty fun. Was there another one that year? That might have been it. Yeah. Oh, the next one was Birds of Prey.
And I really thought there were more movies.
That one was bad,
So
right?
I watched stuff like 30.
I
Birds
saw
of Prey is
this-
actually all right. It actually was like fine.
Is it better than Aquaman?
Put it in C.
I think it's like. The
I think this one
same.
has the worst in terms of just like adapting the characters that are in it. I think this is the worst at it.
Well, yeah, because they're all.
None of them
made
are
up
at all
characters.
similar
Yeah.
to their comic book counterparts.
Except for
Um,
like kind of Harley Quinn, but like
yeah, a
that's
little
it.
bit. I don't know. This one might be C.
Yeah, I think C tier is fine.
I think above BVS. It's kind of fun.
Oh, the villain in that one also sucked.
Yeah, it was even McGregor, but he was not a good. Wonder Woman 1984. I think either D or F.
It's pretty bad.
Pretty, really bad.
F. I think that might actually be the
I
worst.
think that's the best of the F tier, though. I think you could
What?
watch that.
No,
I think you could watch that over Suicide Squad.
absolutely not.
No.
It was
No.
so
I
bad.
actually would rather watch Suicide Squad.
No,
Okay,
no,
but
no.
would you rather watch
Yes.
Justice League? Okay,
Yes.
at the end.
No, Wonder Woman 1984 is in my opinion the worst.
You think that's
DCEU
the
film.
worst one?
It's
Yeah.
not good.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I think that the story actually is complete.
Mhm.
Just doesn't make any sense. The villain doesn't make any. The other villain makes even less sense.
I think Aquaman and this both have complete. Only difference. Aquaman treats it with like a little bit of, like it's a little bit goofy. Wonder Woman takes itself completely seriously.
Yeah, but except for what's happening is so stupid, like incomprehensibly dumb.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I can see why that's the worst one. All right, after that was 2021's only DCEU movie. That was the Suicide Squad.
I think.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, I think S tier.
That's my favorite one out of all these.
I don't know if it's better than Wonder Woman. I don't personally like as
think-
much, but
I would
it
rather
is
watch
really good.
Wonder Woman than watch Suicide Squad.
Okay, I'll do it just for
personally.
you. But personally, if I were just doing this myself, I'd put it there.
Okay, well,
I will say about the Suicide Squad, I think out of pretty much any comic book movie, that is like the purest one-to-one translation, like a
Yeah.
Suicide Squad comic book to movie. Watching that movie just feels like you read 6 issues of a Suicide Squad comic,
Mhm.
like 100%. A short guy. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
King Shark was in that. Next up is the DC only TV show. That's Peacemaker.
Peacemaker's okay.
Good on its own, even better for the fact that it did Secret Invasion better than Marvel did Secret Invasion.
But even then, their version of Secret Invasion was,
It's not better than Shazam.
and the ending was pretty stupid. I didn't really
I
like the
like the
ending.
ending. I think top final.
I didn't like that the ending was like, oh, we just gotta kill one big bug, and then the whole problem is solved. Like, oh, that was okay. That was no, it was a big bug.
No, it was a big bug.
Like, it was actually a
digging into
giant
people's brains.
worm, or not even a worm. It was like a giant larva thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a James Gunn.
Where did you put it? A B?
maybe low A?
No. It's not better than
IB?
Superman.
I think it's better. Okay. I think after that was Black Adam.
Oh my
D?
god, D. I think D is made for Black Adam. I think D is Black Adam's category.
Patrick, did you ever watch Black Adam?
No, but that feels appropriate.
I've seen this. I've seen
like
this
it's home.
movie
it
twice.
wasn't that bad.
You've seen it twice?
Yes, because Brendan wanted to watch it, and so no, it wasn't Brendan. One of my friends wanted to watch it, and so I watched it for some reason a second time, and it was just as bad the second time. Did not redeem itself in any way.
I don't know. I'd rather watch that than.
Oh no.
No, Batman vs
you
Superman
know
is
what?
a more well
Patrick,
thought out
you haven't even
movie.
seen it.
I'm kind of agreeing with Max on this
It
one.
wasn't
Why?
that bad.
It's
was-
pretty
Yeah,
dumb.
but you could just stare at the rock.
I think it's got
And
some
it's
moments.
Okay, but then we don't have what's gonna go in D tier.
Batman versus
But remember when they kill Dr. Fate, and then they destroy
but Dr.
his
Fate, when he's in
and then
it,
they
is really
destroy his helmet. Remember when he can just take the helmet on and off at will?
But he's really cool.
Remember
in
when
the
they
movie,
just
though.
ruin his
Just
character
put it in
completely?
D for
I'm gonna-
now. We can move stuff around later.
Okay, here's a movie that's gonna go in D. Oh no, wait. Zack
Whoa.
Snyder's Justice League.
No, that's better than
A.
Yeah, A tier. Yeah,
That's a
honestly,
good movie.
The
that-
best Justice League movie, by far.
well, yeah, out of the two that exist, yes.
No, the version of that movie is really strong, but that version would not have been the one that came out if Zack Snyder stayed on the project.
Yeah.
Like it would not have. He would not have released a 4-hour.
No,
movie
because
in the
he
theaters.
got to hear all the things
are
the
you
fan
doing?
thought. He heard all the things the fans didn't like about the first one and got to make that one based on.
Well, he had 3.5 hours of footage, and then after they commissioned him to finish the movie, he shot another half-hour.
Well, because that's what wasn't he hadn't shot. That was
Yeah,
supposed to be
so
shot.
I don't. It's not rewatchable at all because of it's so
It's too long.
monstrously long. But no, I think it's.
Have we all only seen it the one time?
Yeah, I never went back and watched it. Really, just because of the.
So
lag.
you see, I kind of feel like maybe we thought it was so good because we had just seen the original.
Had we?
No, I think it's really. I think that
I
one
think it is actually pretty good.
gets to have a lot of good character stuff in it just because it's so long.
Yeah.
So it has like a better opportunity to be better than a lot of these other ones do.
Yeah.
Because this was basically just like, Zach, do whatever you want, and the rest of them were all like studio notes on the rest of it. Shazam 2.
Whoa! That movie.
No, Shazam 2 was awful.
It was pretty bad.
I actually hate. I
I'm
resent
not even-
Shazam 2.
I don't
saw
even
that
hate
one.
it
It was
that
bad.
much, and I would put it in D.
This
It's definitely
in
worse
my
than
opinion,
Batman
this
versus
movie has
Superman.
the worst ending of any superhero movie I've ever.
Okay, that's maybe true.
Like, what superhero movie has a worse ending than that one? No, Wonder Woman 2 had a, like the ending. Nothing in that movie made sense, so I can't say that the ending didn't make.
Also,
like,
that we
because
put
nothing in
that one
movie
as
made
the
sense.
worst one. So like, yeah, no, Shazam. Is it better or worse than Black Adam?
Worse.
No, it's worse.
It's so much. It's a
No.
lot worse than the. I do think.
And
it
just
is.
like nothing happens. Like they fight like
if they had put any Billy Batson stuff in this movie, it
Yeah.
would be better. It's the fact that it's Zachary Levi at like 100% the whole time is what makes it like annoying to sit through.
Well, because
You don't get
Zachary
to see the
Levi was
family
like the
stuff.
worst part of
He's not
being Shazam.
the character he's playing and the character the kid is playing are different. Like they're complete opposites of each other. And I think Zachary Levi just didn't know that.
like the Billy Batson human
yeah,
is like more mature than he was in the first one.
yeah.
But when he's a superhero,
He's like
he
less,
dematures.
he's less mature than he even was in the first
Yeah,
one.
which is just really weird.
Yeah. The Flash.
Why are we listening to the crowd?
F
rave?
tier. F tier, but
Google.
F tier, but better than
Google.
Wonder Woman, but F tier.
Hey Google.
Just tap
Stop.
it and tell it. Stop.
The Flash. Papa F?
No,
F for Flash?
no.
That's trash.
Suicide Squad and Justice League are both better than the Flash. It's not as bad as 1984, but it is. Worse
Okay,
than
what's
those two.
uglier to
Also-
look at? The entirety of Justice League or that one multi?
All of the Flash looks.
Yeah, it all looks. Remember
I
the.
don't think it all looks disgusting.
Remember the
No, it all looks
babies?
disgusting and
Okay,
everyone wanna shoot
no,
it.
there are sequence, but I think like the Bat Cave.
Remember when he runs? Anytime he runs,
Anytime he
And
runs.
Ezra Miller's like,
and he runs a lot.
I think there are.
Remember when Ezra Miller committed
Okay.
a spree of
I
crimes?
think there.
They did it worse than.
Okay, we're not rating this on. We're not rating this on the criminal actions of the stars because then Aquaman would be at the bottom.
That's true. Well, actually, no. I think Ezra Miller
Okay,
might
Ezra
actually
Miller's
be
were
more
worse, but
insane.
Aquaman would also be at the bottom. I think the Flash has like a couple scenes in it that work though.
yeah, but it's also
There's like no scenes in.
if I throw 100.
It's about the same. It's about the same length as the others. So I don't think it's a length thing. I think I would put it at the top of
Yeah,
that.
but
I think there are
also-
things in the Flash that are like somewhat work. I think there's just like really
Okay,
major portions
But
that
this
are
was also
disgusting.
hyped. Like,
Yeah,
this was like they were like, this is everything.
they were like saying that this was like the best DC movie that's ever
I
been ever
sacrificed my
made.
kids for this.
Did you watch the Flash? Remember?
See,
What do you
even
remember,
Patrick saw the
what do you
Flash.
remember about it?
I just remember him running, and it looked like, I don't know. CW Flash made this running look like it was on a $2 budget.
And the Flash CW is actually on
On it,
$2.
Yeah, right.
I'd put it above
Okay.
Wonder Woman.
I'm gonna.
We're just debating where it goes in F
I
tier.
know,
Just
but-
put it somewhere.
It's we know it's in F.
I put it.
It's morally reprehensible. They brought.
Wait a
they
minute.
used AI to
Wait a
recreate
minute.
the corpse of a
Okay.
guy who killed him.
I can
might
think of
wanna
one
watch it.
reason why it would go at top of F. Okay,
It's
Supergirl
better
was
than
kind of hot.
Suicide Squad.
That's true,
It-
but so was Margot
Oh,
Robbie.
that's true.
okay, it
All right,
might-
so those two are tied. Put them tied.
Okay, I'm gonna put the Flash front.
Doesn't she
There-
die like a
Supergirl? No, she doesn't. Does she die?
Yeah,
She-
They-
Well,
well,
she
they all
dies
die a
during the
million
fight
times.
scene.
Okay,
but that's like
I'm
what
gonna put it on
everyone
top
does.
of
That's
F.
like the end of the movie.
I'm gonna put it in top
that's
F
like
because Michael Keaton Batman is good in this. He's good in this,
Yeah,
and it's the scene where he goes back to see his mom that works too.
Yeah,
I think those are strong enough elements. Because like you look at the rest of these. Okay, but you look at the rest of these. There are no good scenes in the other three.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Hey, what's the good scene in Wonder Woman, Max?
I can't see the movie like you.
Does Justice League have any good scenes?
I'm sure Justice
The
League
only
has some
even
good
remotely
scenes.
good parts of that movie are from this version. Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle is actually pretty good.
B,
I've had fun with Blue
B
Beetle.
for Blue. I'd say it's
I
better
think
than Aquaman.
I think A tier for Blue Beetle.
It's pretty generic, but I think it has.
I think
the
bottom
family
of A.
stuff
Hold
works
on.
really well.
I think bottom of A tier.
Okay. I would see it. I would put it on the same level as Shazam.
There wasn't really anything in that movie except for maybe the villain that was like brought it down.
Yeah, the villain's not in the third act's not.
I mean, if we're saying Peacemaker's the top of B, then Blue Beetle's probably better than
feel
that.
like-
Blue Beetle, I had more fun with Blue Beetle than Peacemaker.
Don't put it top of
Okay. Yeah, I'd say that and the first Shazam are both.
because
the
it
same.
was
Yeah.
at least like it was pretty cohesive.
I think they both have really.
Yeah,
good,
like-
It had like a
The
Had, like,
villain
a
wasn't
point.
great, but like everything else was so well tied together that like it was okay.
the VFX in it are pretty.
The VFX aren't great, but but it was made for HBO Max.
Yeah, it's
so I'm giving it a pass.
Okay. We've made it to the end. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Bottom of D.
of D.
Yeah, bottom of D.
What a legacy. What a
It's a pretty
what
even
a hoorah
distribution.
films.
5 good movies out of how many movies overall?
I think 5 good ones. Out of,
5 really solid ones, 3 okay ones,
2 really solid ones.
and then
Yeah, one of those
4
is a
or 5,
show.
I think it
9
goes-
pretty stupid
I think it
ones.
goes actually good, solid, watchable, avoid it, and then reprehensible garbage.
Yeah.
I think that's about what we're looking at.
Save it and download it.
Do you think the DCU will come out better than this? when
Yeah,
all
it's
said
hard
and
not
done?
to.
It's-
Yeah, I mean,
All
they
they have to
definitely
do
set their
is make
bar low.
all they have to do is make 3 really good movies,
No, all
and
they
they're
have to do is make
automatically
3
better.
All they have to do is make 3. Watch it.
I mean, if we're talking about all of DC though, like where would you put the Batman on this list?
S.
Yeah.
I put
Yeah.
it at the
No,
bottom of S.
Like S++.
I don't know.
Dude,
The
I'd
Batman's
rather watch
The Batman is pretty freaking cool.
It
I'd
is
rather
good,
watch
but
the
I
Batman
would just
5
put it in
times
S. I
than
don't
watch
think
the
it's like
movies.
a lot better than Wonder Woman.
No, I think it's
Wonder
about the
Woman
same as
is
Wonder
really
Woman.
good.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. Wonder Woman is a really, really, really good superhero movie. Like that's
Yeah.
all
By
it is.
itself.
By itself. That's why I like the Suicide Squad. I think the Suicide Squad has a
Alrighty.
but yeah, that's the
I think
DC.
Wonder Woman is a better movie.
Okay.
All right. Well, before we move on to Christmas games, I'm gonna pause because All right, we're back. We're
Why didn't you
doing
watch it.
Christmas games. Wait, you didn't watch the second part of Loki?
No, I watched the first episode of it and then got bored.
It's
Best
like
character
insanely
arc
good.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah, watch it.
All
All
right.
right, so we have 3 Christmas games. All right, our first one I stole from BuzzFeed. I'm gonna give you some negative reviews for Christmas movies, and you're gonna have to figure out which Christmas movie the review is for.
Okay.
I got all these from Letterboxd. Right.
All right.
All right. So
Hit us-
this
hit us
review
with
is
our
from
first review.
Amberry Shortcake. This has got to be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It was annoying, not funny, weird, and upsetting. Thank God Elaine was in it, though.
Christmas Vacation.
Violent Night.
Patrick's right. It's Christmas Vacation. Because Elaine is in it.
She plays one of the hippie neighbors.
Yeah.
That's 1 point for Patrick. By the way, there are repeats.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, I mean that movie did suck.
Alright.
But
That was great. That was a good movie. I love that movie.
Christmas with the Cranks.
That's a great movie, right?
You love that
Christmas
one?
with
That's
the
a
Cranks
good
is
one.
insane.
Okay, what's bad about it?
The scene where the
Got
priest
you
walks
there,
in
got
and
you there.
she's wearing a bikini.
I don't see a
And
problem
he
with her
stares at her
seeing it.
boobs and,
No,
and he goes, and his
Hey, for the times, that was a great joke.
For the times.
Maybe. And like the fact that the town is like weirdly obsessed with forcing this random family to do Christmas exactly how the town wants them to do Christmas.
It was a good movie.
It's a super weird movie.
All right.
Okay, who cares?
Next one. This is from Sarav Ammon. 1.5 stars. This is one of the worst things ever made. 1 star for the music and half a star for that one curly-haired girl, but this is an abomination.
Star for the music.
Is this
the curly-haired girl?
the Grinch? The Grinch, the live action Grinch.
Yeah, I
what I'm
think the
going
live
for.
action Grinch is the only one I can think of that has a curly-haired girl, like as a primary character.
That's my bet.
Max. This is one of the worst things ever made. 1 star for the music and half a star for that one curly-haired girl, but this is an abomination.
I mean, Jim Carrey in the makeup is an abomination.
I'm going with live action Grinch.
Patrick's going live action Grinch.
Yeah,
All right, you're all locking in live action Grinch.
seems like a solid guess.
All right, you're all incorrect. It's a Charlie Brown Christmas.
What?
What?
They take Charlie Brown Christmas?
Wait, there's not even
What?
music. There's like
Yeah,
a
there is.
song.
No, they
No,
don't. They just go
like the orchestral music.
No one has ever
Yeah,
said
they
that the
played
music.
that
Oh wait,
one
is
song.
it from the like the?
No, the original. Yeah.
No one said that.
All of these are negative reviews.
I know, but who has ever thought that was bad?
Patrick, there's a lot of very good movies on here that people apparently
No,
don't.
okay,
That's good to know.
but how do you hate on Charlie Brown Christmas? That's like,
That's like having beef with your grandma.
yeah, like that's just like, do you have a soul?
Yeah,
You just
I
not
don't
have
know.
a soul.
That's
is,
kind
that,
of
is that your problem?
It's one of the worst things ever made, according to this.
okay. Well, none of us got
Alright.
that one.
Okay, next one. 1 star from Liv Mulhern. This movie is triggering. Had an identity crisis while watching. Not a happy story at all. Not sure why this is a holiday film. Some may like it, but those who are depressed, I fear you shouldn't.
Home Alone.
Had an identity crisis?
You had an identity crisis watching this movie.
Can you give me a hint? Like, is this?
All I can tell you is the review.
Could you tell me if it's? Like,
Can you tell me the
meant
name
to
of the
be
movie?
scary?
If it's meant to be
Like,
scary,
if it's meant to be like some kind of like horror movie.
I'll tell you it's not a horror movie.
I want to go with the Santa Claus.
Home
I'm
Alone.
gonna go with Nightmare Before Christmas.
Max, will you close the door? It's none of those. It's a Wonderful Life.
I mean, yeah, okay.
That gave her an identity crisis.
I mean, I guess maybe it could.
I thought this one was it's not really a holiday movie, and I can
Yeah, that
kinda
one's-
see that
yeah.
because it's a Wonderful Life. The really only Christmas-esque, like aesthetically
The
scene is the last scene.
very last.
But
scene.
the rest of the movie is like emotionally.
Yeah,
dramatically
it's just really
Okay.
sad.
Well, I'll take it. I'm still in the lead.
Yes, Patrick has 1 point. Okay.
Yeah, I have a couple.
Gotta get the dough out of here, buddy. All right. Get away. Hungry dog. Our neighbor gave our mom a Christmas snack and the dog ate it.
Oh, that's
Okay.
All right. This is half a star from Josh. I thought no movie could make me more depressed than Rango until I remembered the existence of this. I physically cannot bring myself to watch it. Enjoying this monstrosity is the biggest red flag ever. In all caps.
Rango.
More depressed than Rango.
Well, like,
Who are these people?
is this like senile old people? Or like,
No, this is Letterboxd, which means it's all a bunch of
Yeah, it's like
Gen Z people.
it's like 20 somethings.
Shit, Tucker, no one.
Wait, can you read it again?
That is the only people who.
Can you read it again?
Really? I
Yes.
thought it'd be the opposite.
They're all films.
Read it again. Read it again.
I thought no movie could make me more depressed than Rango until I remembered the existence of this. I physically cannot bring myself to watch it. Enjoying this monstrosity is the biggest red flag ever.
This could really be.
This
Yeah,
could be
this
the
could
live
be.
action Grinch.
Yeah, this could be
I'm
any
going
movie.
Grinch.
I'm assuming it was recent because he said Rango, so it had to be made after Rango because I'm assuming they saw it in theaters.
But then he said, then I remembered this. So it's something you can see.
Oh, yeah.
Before.
Rango.
You know what? I'm going Grinch.
The real question is, when did Rango come out?
2015.
2012.
Well, I'll just keep saying Grinch until it's right eventually.
I don't know, Jingle All the Way because it's right there.
All right, Sam's Jingle All the Way. Patrick, you're the
Grinch.
live-action Grinch.
Are any? I'm just gonna. Are any of these horror movies? Or are these people like retarded? I mean, restored.
Luckily, I don't think they can hear you. So.
Great.
No, none of them are horror movies.
Okay. That was a good guess.
What? Jingle All the Way?
There's the posters right there.
Oh, yeah. I had a Christmas Vacation one with the frame.
Okay, let's hear it.
Max,
Home Alone, you don't know.
okay.
It
It
is
is
a
a
Muppet
Muppet
Christmas
Christmas Carol.
What?
A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, so this review is
That
from
is a
Max.
monstrosity. That might be.
See, Max, you should have thought. One of your first
I just think
instinct.
Raven was a tad bit scary when I watched it.
Okay, so far Patrick has 1 point. No one else has any. All right, this is 2 stars from Tiberius 95. It's a children's Christmas movie. I don't love it. Don't hate it. Decent concept, but probably won't watch it again. The animation was a bit off-putting for me.
Animation.
So it's Polar Express.
Yeah, this is probably Polar Express.
Yeah, 3 Polar Expresses.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go contrarian here.
Okay, Max is gonna go
I'm gonna
contrarian.
say the most recent, like animated Grinch movie. The one.
The
you know,
Illumination
The
one?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, that
No,
one.
but that one, the animation was pretty okay. It was like
She
just
said
an
it was an
illumination.
interesting concept.
Interesting.
Yeah, but the Grinch,
I'm locking
the
in
Grinch
Polar
had been done twice before,
what
so I
I'm
don't think
thinking.
you would say interesting
Interesting
concept
concept.
about the Grinch.
But it was a different concept.
What
Like,
did you guys
like, not-
what did you guys
Polar
like?
Express.
Polar Express.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lock in Polar Express.
Okay, you're all wrong again. It was Arthur Christmas.
What?
Arthur Crit.
The Netflix movie?
The cartoon one.
Yeah, but like, who saw it in theaters?
These aren't. These can anyone can watch it. You don't have to be in theaters.
Okay, whatever.
This isn't possible. This could literally be any movie.
I was hoping the animation one would be kind of a clue. That had an interesting.
Well, that's why I
concept.
thought Polar Express, because it's like a
That Polar Express
interesting
totally
concept,
fits
and the animation's.
Hey, they're making another one, right?
I don't think so.
What?
Oh,
They're doing another Polar Express.
No,
Swear I saw it. Look it up.
it's not. I can tell you it's not. I would know. All right, 1 star from Avon. Distressingly boring. Peeps must have been down bad in the 80s for this to become a classic. Also, the cat dies 1 out of 10.
80s.
I'm guessing Christmas Vacation
Yeah,
again,
Christmas Vacation.
as the cat dies in that movie.
Yeah.
And that's the only Christmas movie I'm aware of where a cat dies.
Yep.
You gonna join the pack?
There's no way you would put the same movie on twice.
He said,
said there were
when he
repeats.
mentioned Christmas Vacation the first time, there were repeats on it.
Oh, well then, okay, we'll do Christmas Vacation.
Good job. I was throwing you a bone on that one. I was hoping someone would score, but Patrick is still ahead though. So everyone gets a point.
We should have to write it like on our own board, so that way
I don't have. I only have one big
we
board.
can't cheat off each other.
All right. Next one. Okay, this is the easiest one on this list by far. You'll all get this instantly. All right, 1.5 stars from Rip, Frick It, 4 Fridges, Heart Emoji. This is their name.
4 fridges?
This is not the reviews. This is the guy's name. Donald J. Trump.
Home Alone.
Home Alone 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
It's the only one with Donald Trump in it.
It's the easiest one on there, everybody.
Patrick's gonna.
Was that the whole review?
Yeah, that was the whole review.
Oh, what? That's stupid. He's only in the movie for like 2 seconds.
But that's the only part.
He asks them which direction to go in the hotel.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is supposed to be a joke because it's his hotel.
1 star from Caleb. Literally can't believe this is considered a good movie. A baby wrote this. A baby who was a cop.
What? A baby who was a cop?
What? What?
Oh, God.
From December
What does that
27th.
mean? A baby who was a cop?
Home Alone 1.
Jingle All the Way?
Again?
I'm walking in Jingle All the Way.
Home Alone 1.
Home Alone 2.
We just did Home
Home
Alone.
Alone 2 back to back. You're locking in.
I didn't say Home Alone 2 before.
Oh,
Yeah, you did on
yeah, you
the
did it for the last one.
Remember to say
The Donald Trump
Oh,
one?
yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Screw it. Home Alone 2 again. Yeah.
It's Die Hard.
All right.
Not a
There's
Christmas
2 clues in
movie.
that one.
Yeah, Baby Cop Tucker. Yeah, really good.
Literally, can't believe this is considered a good movie. It's not a Christmas movie, some people think. And then a baby was a cop. It's
But
the
they
only
didn't say
Christmas
a
movie
good.
about a
But
cop.
they didn't say a good Christmas movie.
You're true, but it's also the only Christmas movie about a cop, so.
Yeah,
Sort of, I guess.
All right.
No, well, there's Santa Claus with muscles.
Guys,
He's like
I
a,
left you
he's
2
a
clues
security
when I
guy.
said this.
I tried to make them hard.
Okay, you did. Good
It's
job.
right.
Possible.
You're going to love this one. 1 star from James Shea Frillis, the YouTuber.
Oh.
Holds the world record for the most times I've asked, wait, was that meant to be a joke while watching him?
That could apply to any movie ever.
Yeah, like if he just doesn't think it's funny, then it could be literally any comedy whatsoever.
That meant to be.
I don't Oh, when was this review made?
November 24th this year.
Is it a modern Christmas movie or is it an older one?
Past 20 years?
Past 20 years. Wow.
That's not helpful. I don't
Never
know.
sit down and
The
watch.
holdovers. Maybe he's just a
He just
cringy weirdo.
Came out 21 years ago.
Oh, the movie came out 21 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So early.
Early
2000s.
2000s.
So 2001.
2002.
2002. I don't know. I'm old. Let's see.
I love this.
This came out in 2002. Screw it. Jingle All the Way again.
That's supposed to be. Let me think about.
Patrick's kind of way
What
off.
came out in 2002?
I
Home
can't just
Alone
name
3.
Home Alone 3.
No, that came out in 2000.
Sam, can you look up what
When did that come out?
movies came out in
2003.
Oh, okay. So it can't be Home Alone 3.
I didn't bring my phone with me.
Was that
Phone's over
supposed
there.
to be a joke?
Huh?
My phone's in the thing.
Oh, can you grab that real quick?
No.
It's not Elf.
This one's kind of cheating. It's not really a Christmas movie.
Well, then it can't be on the
What?
list.
Yeah. What are you? Then why is it here?
Okay, none of you are gonna
Nice.
get
Just
it.
hold on. Just hold on.
Okay.
Not really a Christmas movie. Made in 2002. Not funny.
Wow, that could be so. That could be so few movies.
Gonna have to lock in Jingle All the Way.
Christmas with the Cranks.
Christmas with the Cranks, Jingle All the Way.
Christmas with the Cranks came out
Christmas with the-
2014.
I don't care.
Jingle All the Way. Yeah.
Jingle All the Way. It is 8 Crazy Nights starring Adam Sandler.
Oh. Okay.
Alright. Yeah, okay.
Alright, next
Next
one.
This is fun for you, isn't it?
That's a lot of fun. Ryan, 1.5 stars. All I want to know is why Robert Zemeckis wants to make these ugly CGI hellscape nightmares instead of, actual movies.
This is
Polar
the Christmas Carol movie, the CGI one.
Could be. Robert Zemeckis made several Christmas movies that are cartoons and look like
Yeah,
hellscape
who's
nightmares.
Robert
Did he
Zemeckis?
make Polar Express?
Remember who
did.
Robert Zemeckis?
I'm
is.
going with Polar Express.
Got one Polar Express,
Actually, yeah, we'll do Polar Express.
two Polar Express.
Polar Express.
You're all doing that?
Yeah, Polar Express.
Sam, you were right the first
Oh,
time.
no.
It was the 2009 one.
Should have stuck with that.
You had two options. You only made
I
the
should
two.
get a half point. For
Wait,
that.
can you give us the year it came out?
Like the movie came out?
Yeah.
No, that would be like too much of a
We already-
No, it wouldn't. Tucker, these are impossible. This is
Alright.
like this movie.
You're
has
gonna love
something-
this next one. You're gonna love this next one. 1 star from Cam.
You're gonna love this next one.
Camarilla gave it 1 star. Of all the American anti-communist metaphor genre films, this is the only one with a sense of humor.
Wait, now we're doing Home Alone 3.
What are you talking about?
Home Alone 3.
What are you talking about right now?
Home Alone
I'm
3.
locking in Santa Claus.
Dude, there's no way this is not Home Alone 3.
What are you
No way.
talking about? What are
There's
you
Of all
talking
the
about?
American anti-communist metaphor genre films.
What? That's how many
this is the
movies?
only
How
one
many of
with a
those
sense
are
of
there?
humor.
Wait, say that again. Slow it down for me.
Have you seen Home Alone 3?
Yes, but it has nothing to do with anti-communism.
Come on.
Of all the American anti-communist metaphor genre films.
Hold on. Slow that down.
Santa Claus, the Santa Claus 2. It's the Santa Claus 2.
Santa
That's
Claus
the answer.
3.
No, the Santa Claus 3 is the one with Jack Frost.
Okay,
Wait,
I'm
Santa
saying
Claus
Santa
2?
3.
Yeah, it's Santa Claus 2. But
Then I'll go with Santa Claus
what on
2.
earth
Okay.
is that?
I'll narrow it down for you. It's really old.
It's really old. Is it communism related? Like, is the movie actually
It's
communism
a
related?
blatant metaphor for communism.
Okay.
And it came out during the Cold War.
Came out during the Cold War.
Is that What a Wonderful Life?
White
or
Christmas.
White Christmas? I'll go with White Christmas.
That's the only really old one I know. Or 34th Street or whatever.
Miracle on 30.
When did that come out?
dreaming of a
The first one came out in the 40s.
What?
First one came out in the 40s.
That was
Like 49.
Was that?
It
that
might have
was
been
like
49
after
too.
World War II.
I'll go White Christmas.
I'm gonna be sorry. I'm gonna say White Christmas.
Sam,
Yeah,
we're
I
like,
guess White Christmas. I don't know.
I'm sorry, guys. It's Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
I was thinking that, but I'm like, there's no way that anyone would like take that movie seriously enough to say it's like anti-communist propaganda.
All right. So far, Patrick is leading with 3 points, and everyone else has 2. This is the last one. By the way, all the point values are just going to carry over for all 3.
Okay.
All right. Half a star from Kermit TDF. The plastic doll had more acting depth and believability than 95% of this movie.
Plastic doll.
Chucky's Christmas.
Plastic doll. What Christmas movies have a plastic?
Probably all the ones where the kid gets.
It didn't say character. It said doll.
What does that mean?
The doll doesn't have to be a character just to be in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I. Great job with this game.
What movies have? What Christmas movies have plastic?
Every single
dolls
one
in
where
it?
there's a little.
Yeah, but primarily featured.
I don't know. It's a big
Miracle
mystery.
on 34th Street.
What are you thinking, Patrick?
Just the one.
What are you cooking over there?
I'm just thinking.
I'm saying, okay, I'm locking in Miracle on 34th Street, the Matilda girl one. I don't know.
The remake?
The remake. See, there's so many Christmas movies that it's like if someone just said.
Maybe next time it should be multiple.
You know
shows.
what? Jingle All the Way's got a plastic doll. Jingle All the Way again.
You know what?
It might actually be Jingle All the Way this
Jingle All
time.
the way. I'm locking that in.
Tucker would.
Yeah, you would do that.
Well, I don't think he would know that we would have guessed it so many times as a joke. But,
Jingle all the way.
but
All three?
I think it might be Jingle All
It
the Way.
is Jingle All the
Yes.
Way.
Let's go.
And it gets
Every
us
time you
somewhere.
said it, I was like, you gotta say. Well, it didn't do anything because you're all now have the same point
Yeah.
value still. So because Patrick got that first Christmas Vacation one.
That's gonna be a great little. That's gonna be a great little moment for the pod. Everyone's gonna be real hyped when it actually happens. When you guys see this, it's gonna be so hyped. Be hyped right now.
When what happens?
When we guessed Jingle All the Way over and over again, then it finally happened, and it was the last
All
one.
right. Well, that's our guess of the movie from the terrible review.
All right, good.
there
Yeah,
were
round of
12.
applause for that game.
There were 12. Patrick got a third of them, or a fourth of them. A third. Good job, everybody.
That was terrible.
All right, let's do some film or fake. This is like
Let's do film or fake. This is a classic.
This is slam dunk.
McDonCast classic.
Way easier to get.
Brian's Life Podcast original.
Brian's Life podcast original.
Santa's Slaycation. Get ready for a holly jolly roller coaster of terror in Santa's Slaycation. When a quirky family wins a Christmas in July vacation, they're ecstatic until they realize
Did you
their
have
vacation.
ChatGPT write the descriptions too?
The vacation spot is none other than Santa's secret summer lair. Unbeknownst to them, jolly old Saint Nick has a mischievous side, and he's not spreading holiday cheer this time. Armed with candy cane machetes and a sleigh bell soundtrack, Santa goes on a Yuletide rampage, turning candy canes into deadly weapons and tinsel into tripwires. It's up to the festive family to outwit the ho-ho homicidal Santa and turn this slaycation into a Christmas miracle.
I don't know if the AI would say ho ho homicidal. That's the thing.
That's a film.
But I don't think Tucker would spend this much time writing a fake
They're all
description.
about that long.
I think he would.
I spent about an hour and a half doing
Oh
this.
my
Tucker actually has no life, so I'm
That's
gonna
a
say
long-
he
That's a
definitely would.
film.
And I'm saying this is fake.
The film.
That's gotta be. I might go fake. It sounds
It's
too
two fakes, one
too
film.
non-specific. It's too generic sounding.
It's fake. It's
Yes!
fake.
So now it's tied up.
Everyone's tied up. Ugh.
I thought for sure.
Santa's slaycation.
I thought
was
you were gonna
real.
be like Santa was slaying.
I thought. I honestly,
like Slay Queen
I
Santa.
honestly was shocked when it put the ho-ho homicidal thing. I thought that would be a big.
That's crazy that it said that. Like that's actually wild.
Wait, ChatGPT came up with that?
ChatGPT came up with it.
Good job.
I would give it like the basic idea, and then I would just have it read.
That is so weird. That is, dude. Okay,
good.
that's the thing. Like, that's so crazy that he came up with that. That's wild.
Tori Bell is a New York City elementary school teacher with. Oh, by the way, this one's called Christmas Bounty.
This
Elementary school
is
teacher
this has got to be a Hallmark.
with a secret. She used to be a bounty hunter.
Oh,
While at her parents' house in New Jersey for Christmas, she agrees to take on one last bounty hunter job as a means of helping the family's struggling business. Teaming up with her ex-boyfriend and fellow bounty hunter Mike, Tori hunts her target while trying to keep her past a secret from her fiancé James. A Christmas movie that combines action, a love triangle, and bounty hunters. What's not to love?
yeah, that sounds just stupid enough to be real. That sounds just stupid enough for a studio to be like, yeah, we will do that.
I'm gonna say fake.
I'm gonna say real.
Film.
I'm going.
Two films, one fake. It's a film. It's film. Max is behind.
Physically harm yourself.
Everyone's ahead of Max. That's all that matters. By the way, there can only be 2 in the no Max is going to be here. All right, let's hope wants to take home the copy of Madden 18 for the Xbox One.
I'll take that home. I don't have an Xbox, but I'll take that home.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
does do. Well, I mean, I do, but it doesn't have a disc slot, so I can't
Next
say that.
one.
I'll buy an Xbox One.
Deadly Games. Thomas lives in a secluded
That's
high-tech
the name,
castle
Deadly Games.
Yes, with his mother, grandfather, and pet dog. A child prodigy, he loves 2 things: tinkering and 80s action heroes. On Christmas Eve, a derelict claiming to be Pierre Noël, Father Christmas, is a French film, breaks into the castle. What? Leading to a crazy game of cat and mouse as Thomas deploys an arsenal of booby traps, security systems, and makeshift weapons to repel the murderous imposter.
Home Alone.
Yeah, this has got to be
This is
fake. This
fake.
has got to be ChatGPT. This is either some idiot French guy coming up with a knockoff of Home Alone, or ChatGPT coming up with a
So
knockoff of Home
fake.
Alone. Either way, someone knocked off Home Alone.
So everyone's saying fake?
I'm saying fake.
I'm saying film.
It's real! Man! Right!
Yes!
It's a French knockoff.
That's
of
what I'm
Home Alone.
talking
That
about.
is insane. Why is Santa Claus trying to break into their house?
Oh, I thought it was fake though because you said Father Christmas. I thought you were like, because what is the name of it?
I don't think ChatGPT.
No,
would,
no, that's
like, come up with a
Dr.
French
Christmas.
film.
Dr. Christmas. If you say Dr. Christmas
Oh.
in one of these, I know it's fake.
Ugh, I'm just gonna put my phone's recording Max audio, so that's why it's down there. Okay.
Oh, LeBron in his prime.
What is he doing?
Shaq in his prime.
All right.
That's me.
Okay.
That's me right now.
Under the mistletoe.
Time with everyone else.
Under the mistletoe, when aspiring musician Lily returns to her small hometown for Christmas, she discovers an old high school flame, Jake, is now a successful music producer, hosting the town's annual Christmas concert. As they collaborate on a heartwarming holiday song, the sparks of their past romance reignites. With a charming backdrop of snow-covered streets and tinkling lights, Under the Mistletoe is a festive love story that will warm your heart and remind you that sometimes the sweetest tunes are played under the mistletoe.
This is too grounded to be real.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
This is fake.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
That's
fake too. The last one was real, so this has got to be fake because
Fake.
it's
Yeah.
Good job, it's fake.
That's
Still
not how,
tied.
tally marks are supposed to work.
I'm just writing lines.
See, that's not how you're supposed to do that.
All right.
Just writing lines.
Tally.
Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny. Get ready for a sleigh ride of absurdity in Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny as the big man himself finds Florida sand more formidable than a snowstorm. Stuck in need of a Christmas miracle, Santa enlists the help of a whimsical ice cream bunny arriving in a fire truck. This psychedelic holiday spectacle takes you on a roller coaster of peculiar adventures, blending Santa's quest for freedom with a thumb-sized fairy tale twist.
There's no way ChatGPT would have come up with
Santa's
that.
quest
That's
for
real.
wait, he is on a
No,
quest for
I'm saying
freedom.
that's a little bit.
Wait,
That's
is he
bordering on too
captured?
wacky.
Wait, did it say he was like captured at some point? Why is he on a quest for freedom?
I don't think it ever said that.
And why is he on a
He's
quest for
trying to
freedom?
get out of Florida.
No, he has he's like trapped in a snowstorm or something.
Anyways, that's a film.
An ice cream bunny?
That's too weird. I
What
don't
is
think
an ice
ChatGPT
cream
would have
bunny?
come up with that.
Maybe Tucker came up with it and plugged it in.
What is
No,
an
That's real.
I'm
What
saying
is-
that's border. That's.
But
there's no
what
way they
is
did-
an ice cream bunny?
Say
What is
fake.
that?
Say fake.
I'm saying fake because there's
Film.
no way like that's.
Film.
There's no way they did that. In
No, that
movies
might
and
be
stuff.
real.
Film.
I'm saying
Film.
I love this game so much.
fake.
This is our brain.
What
cell.
studio is insane enough to come up with an
It
ice
doesn't have to
cream
be a
bunny?
studio. It just has to be.
Somebody has to do it. Somebody did it.
Same. We
That's
made a movie.
film. There's so
Yeah,
much
but there was
weird-
no ice cream bunny. There was a Veterans Day Velociraptor.
Exactly.
Also, if it's
You know.
fake, then no one did do it.
That's true.
film. Film.
I'm saying fake.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go fake.
Patrick's right. It's filmed.
Dang it.
Patrick, I'm gonna physically harm you.
By the way, I had ChatGPT write the descriptions for the real movies.
For all of them. 'Cause I
Oh.
was like, this sounds like ChatGPT.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, so
should've
you're
closed that at the
you're
beginning.
trying to.
I'm trying to
it
fake
so
you
it sounds
out.
the same.
Yeah.
That's what I
Okay.
said at the beginning.
Santa Claus versus the Devil. When the mischievous devil decides to wreak havoc on Christmas by corrupting children's minds, it's up to the jolly old man in the red suit to save the day. Armed with a high-tech sleigh and a team of magical helpers, Santa embarks on a whimsical adventure to thwart the devil's diabolical plans and ensure that the holiday spirit prevails.
Okay, I think it's fake because
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm gonna say
that
fake. That
I don't
sounds
think
like
an actual place has a budget to make a high-tech sleigh.
No, I'm gonna say fake just because it sounds like it definitely like could very easily be real.
Yeah, it's fake.
So you think because it's not crazy
Because
enough.
it doesn't sound crazy enough to be a fake out, so I think it's just fake.
I'm going fake.
Say that's a real movie.
Max is saying real, and we got 2 fakes.
It's a real movie.
It's real.
LeBron
It's a Mexican movie from 1959.
Wait, so are we tied now?
You and Max are tied. Sam's one
Dang, I'm
behind.
down a point.
Ah.
What are you doing?
Max is you're less LeBron in your prime because LeBron was like single-handedly the best. You're tied with Patrick right now.
I'm like Key Date.
You're like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
KD and Russell.
Patrick's the one with HIV.
What? What? Huh?
Yeah, but it's not gonna affect me.
Okay, that's the next one.
A Yuletide affair. When Jingles, an endearingly clumsy elf, accidentally finds himself on a mission to fix a broken Christmas ornament at a cozy town's holiday festival, fate takes a whimsical turn when he stumbles upon Emma, a spirited woman with a heart full of Christmas cheer. As they navigate the enchanting festivities and magical mishaps, Jingles discovers that love is the truest gift of the season.
Fake.
I think I've literally heard this movie before.
What's it called?
A Yuletide affair.
Fake.
The thing is this movie definitely exists, whether or not it's called that. Like, this movie definitely exists.
I'm gonna
Fake.
say real.
I'm gonna say fake again. It sounds too generic.
Max is saying real.
Fake.
2 fakes.
Yeah.
It's fake. You're correct. Patrick is now leading.
No.
Max and Sam are tied. We got 2 left. No, we have 3 left. All right. The magic Christmas tree. Young
Real.
Mark's holiday takes a whimsical turn after he stumbles
that's,
upon.
That's real. I've seen that one actually.
Going with real.
All right, it's real. You're correct.
That movie's so weird. Yes. There's the kids with the huge eyes, and they're like, "Oh my God, the Christmas tree! Please don't kill the Christmas tree." It's so weird.
All
And
right.
it's not even magic. It's a regular tree that's just like in the yard of a school building. It's
Okay.
not magic at all.
A gingerbread romance. Architect Taylor is paired with a charming baker Adam for a high-stakes gingerbread house competition. Their collaboration becomes a sweet recipe for more than just success. As the gingerbread masterpiece takes shape, so does a heartwarming romance, proving that the perfect blend of sugar, spice, and a touch of Christmas magic can lead to love.
Sex penis?
That cannot be real. That's like that
I'm gonna say
sounds.
fake.
There's no way you can have a whole movie that is just building a single gingerbread house.
Yeah.
How long can you build a gingerbread house for?
I'm gonna go with fake.
Yeah, that's gotta be fake.
Everyone's saying fake?
I just don't know how you can do that. Like, how do
You're
you?
all wrong. That's real.
How is that real?
Dude, you should have given me a second. I was about to switch my answer.
That's a real Hallmark.
How do they
Apparently
spin
they
the
built
whole
a
movie
gingerbread
doing that?
house for like 90 straight
That
months.
just
How?
sounds like
They would do
How
that
do
on
they do
Hallmark.
that?
They would do that on
That
Hallmark.
just
Yeah.
sounds like
You have to think, Hallmark's sake, what's the cheapest possible Christmas movie we can make? Someone making a gingerbread house.
It's
for
like one of
90
those
minutes.
TikTok live streams of someone making a gingerbread house.
Yeah, but like, there's like the
A
boyfriend
romance
is in the
plot
background
going
or
on
something,
too. Yeah.
All right, last one. Guardians of the North Pole. As a group of spirited, underprivileged kids discovers a hidden portal to the North Pole, when Santa's workshop is unexpectedly infiltrated by mischievous terrorists threatening to sabotage
What?
Christmas.
real.
The resilient children join forces with the elves to outsmart the intruders and save the day.
Real.
Wait. There's
There's a
Fueled by
lot
the
to
magic of
unpack.
friendship and
What
the spirit
happened?
of giving, North Pole Guardians is a festive blend of action, joy, and the unstoppable power of hope, proving that even the smallest heroes can make a big difference.
So a group of underprivileged kids walk through a portal to the North Pole.
I'm going real.
Terrorists attack.
Yes.
And they team up with elves to fight terrorists.
I'm going real.
There is that fake movie in Scrooged that is this movie.
What kind of?
Film.
Yeah, the night the reindeer died.
I'm gonna say
gotta be fake. It can't be real.
I'll say fake.
Film.
It's fake.
Yes, let's go.
Yes!
So did we all tie?
I think so. Yeah, because Patrick was 1 point ahead and we were
Yeah.
1 point ahead. Yeah, it's a
4,
three-way tie.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You were all tied.
Great job, team.
That's
You
right.
You're not working as a team. This is supposed to be a competition.
Woo.
All right, now we're just gonna rattle off random Christmas trivia until someone pulls ahead.
Okay, but that'll be after like a question.
Why are there
So is this
How many
We'll
questions
keep
do we
going. We'll
have?
do like 15.
Okay.
Why are
Or
there
we
three
could
games?
do a light or not a lightning round, but just a like.
I had an idea for another game, but well, I'll save it for next year because I don't think it's very good.
Okay, just
Um,
do the.
What is the name of the Grinch's loyal dog?
Max. I know that
That's
because
name
Max.
is Max.
It's true. It's a point for
Just
everyone.
don't give us a point if we
Yeah.
don't get it right.
Yeah, because there's no point.
All right. In the film Elf, what is the main character? Sorry, in the film Elf, what is the main character Buddy's favorite type of pasta?
Spaghetti.
Candy pasta.
The spaghetti with chocolate
Yes.
syrup.
You
with,
want like the recipe?
Should I
No.
just say pasta or spaghetti?
Candy spaghetti.
It's
Spaghetti
spaghetti.
with candy in it. Yeah.
I think these are two.
Okay, that's a terrible question.
Yeah.
The next one was in the film The Nightmare Before Christmas. What holiday does Jack Skellington discover?
What? Thanksgiving.
Oh, Nightmare?
In the movie Home Alone, what is the name of the young boy left behind by his family during Christmas vacation? I need full name, not just first name.
Kevin McAllister.
Yeah.
Kevin James McAllister.
That's true. It's Kevin McAllister.
Did I get
What
that
is the name
right?
of the Grinch's love interest in How the Grinch Stole Christmas? The Jim Carrey version.
Oh, I don't know. I've only seen that movie once.
I don't know.
Lola. I don't know.
Wait, it's Cindy Lou Who's mom, right?
That's the cartoon one.
Yeah,
The live action.
I'll go with
Megan
Mary
Fox.
Ann.
Megan
I'm
Fox.
saying Megan Fox.
It's Martha May.
You
Dang,
were
I
right.
think we're on the right
Megan
track.
Fox is not even it's not far off.
What does George promise to give Mary at the beginning of It's a Wonderful Life?
An ornament.
A love.
Ring. A wedding ring. I'm guessing a ring. I don't know.
Wait,
ornament?
what she promised to give?
What does George promise to give Mary at the beginning?
I
Who's
don't
Mary?
actually
That's
know.
his wife.
The wife.
Oh.
Love interest character. But at the beginning, they're like.
They're in high school.
Yeah, they're in high school.
A Christmas gift.
It's the moon.
Okay.
He says, I'll give you the moon.
Well, no one got that. Next one.
That's really neat, Tucker. Thank you.
Which reindeer do Jingle and Jangle take to Southtown, USA in the Year Without a Santa Claus?
They're-
Why did
The
it
Rankin
go?
Bass schedule. Special.
Which
Wait.
one did they take to where?
Which reindeer do Jingle and Jangle take to Southtown, USA in the Year Without a Santa
South
Claus?
Dallas.
It's not asking for a location. It's asking which reindeer do they do. You only have 12 options.
There's 9. There's 9 reindeer.
There's then, well,
Prancer.
I mean, yeah, then you have a
Locked
1
in
chance.
Prancer.
Comet. I don't know.
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
No, 'cause
Prancer.
Rudolph wasn't
Prancer.
introduced until the Rudolph.
It's a vixen.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
In the Santa Claus, on what date does Bernard say Scott is due back at the North Pole?
Who's Scott?
He's Santa.
Calvin. Santa Claus.
Oh, I didn't know he was named Scott Calvin in that movie. Oh wait, the Santa Claus or the Santa Claus, the Rankin Bass one?
No, Santa
November
Claus. Okay.
22nd.
I think it is.
That's when that movie came out.
It is November
That's the only
22nd.
reason
Is
he
that
said
what you read?
No, but I think that is actually no, not November 22nd. No, it's like December or something.
I'm just thinking he probably needs a lot of time to get ready. So
I'm gonna guess December 22nd.
November 22nd. Are we doing like closest to? Gets to the point.
It's not.
Oh, Christmassy, December 24th.
December 15th.
Sure, December 24th.
December.
Thanksgiving. He's gotta have a
I
month.
was
Why
closest.
Thanksgiving?
He's gotta have a month to prep.
Wait, who was closest?
You.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
The
that's
first
The
time.
first
And then
time
you
we
went
did
back.
it-
No, I
the
went
first time
to.
you
I
did-
said
you did it.
November 22nd, but all the times.
What?
Yeah, wait a minute. He didn't need a month to prepare the first
The
time.
first time he was like,
Yeah, he
"She's
did
in
it,
now."
but he did it crappy the first time. He needed a month to do it right.
Oh, he did it all. He
Okay.
delivered all the presents.
Tucker, I feel like I get a point for being closest.
No.
No.
I think Santa's
What is the name of the evil magician in Frosty the Snowman?
evil magician. magician in Frost.
The guy with
Oh.
the hat.
Oh,
Mr.
I
McGillicuddy.
don't remember that guy's name. He's
It's been a while since I've
He
seen
goes
Frosty.
like this.
Yeah, he does talk like that.
I don't remember his name though. Mr. Melvin. I don't know. He looks like a Melvin.
What are you thinking, Patrick?
Is it like Frank?
It's 2 words.
2 words. Is it like a Mr. something?
It's professor something.
Professor Sleesman.
Sleazy.
Professor Melvin.
Professor McGillicuddy.
Professor Hinkle.
All right, sure.
It would be
Yeah,
Hinkle.
yeah, sure.
What was the name of Scrooge's old partner in A Christmas Carol?
Scrooge's.
Marley. That's his first name.
Bob Marley.
Wait, hold on. Reread the question.
No, Jacob Marley.
What is the name of Scrooge's old partner in A Christmas Carol?
Jacob Marley.
Jacob Marley.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Jacob Marley.
It is Jacob Marley.
Yay! And then out of nowhere.
I mean, we all copied Sam.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the only one that actually knew the answer.
Have you actually read the book A Christmas Carol?
Have you only seen the movie?
I don't know anything about
Why do you say that like it's like, oh, you've only watched the movie?
I'm just wondering. An elf, when Bunny runs away, what does he apologize for in the note he leaves behind?
I'm sorry I ruined your life, and that's it. He says, "I'm sorry I ruined.
One other thing.
Sorry I ruined your life,
And
and
In Christmas?
Crammed.
and crammed something into the into the
cookies into the
DVD thing.
VCR. Cookies in the VCR.
it's cookies in the VCR. Yeah. Crammed 11
I wanna
cookies
say
in the
cookies in the VCR.
So
What is the name of the
Sam and I
movie?
each get a point for.
Yeah,
Or each get
sure.
half of it?
Max does not get a point.
Screw you! What the heck?
You didn't get anything.
You don't get any.
And I also get the other one.
The Jacob Marley point.
Yeah.
What the heck?
What is the name of the movie Kevin uses to deceive the pizza boy and a pair of cat burglars in Home Alone?
It's something angels. It's like Dirty Angels or something.
Yeah, it's.
I feel like I did know this, but I don't remember what it is.
Filthy
I'm gonna
animal.
say Filthy Angels.
Yeah, Filthy Angels. I don't remember.
Patrick.
I could have sworn I had angels.
I'll say Dirty Angel.
It's Angels with Filthy Souls.
Oh, I was close.
None of us got it.
Can I get a point?
No.
He got the Jacob Marley one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
but
that
I'm
was
also the
right.
one who said it had angel in the name. You didn't remember that either.
In
No,
Home
I
Alone,
did, I swear.
and Home Alone, where does Kevin's family go for Christmas?
In the first one?
In the first one.
Chicago. They're in Chicago.
They're in Chicago. Was that the one where they went to Hawaii, or was that the second one?
I can't tell.
Well then, okay, so they go.
Oh
to
no, no, it
Hawaii
wasn't Hawaii. It
then.
wasn't Hawaii. It was somewhere they spoke a different language. It was France. France. France.
I'm waiting on him.
Yeah, France, I guess.
Florida. It's France. They go to
Are
Florida.
you kidding me?
They go to Florida in the second one.
Yeah. Give me a point.
Yeah, I'll give just Patrick that one.
Yeah.
because
I'll
Sam
be
used
right
it.
back.
Max is not coming back. What is the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time?
Highest grossing of all time?
Is there anyone that had Adam Sandler in it? No, that wouldn't be the highest.
Jewish.
Well, yes, there is.
Okay, highest grossing. What was a big Christmas movie?
Question. Okay, I know.
Can you tell me when it came out?
Say the question again.
I feel like that would give it away.
Can you give me the decade?
Say the question.
Highest grossing Christmas movie of all time.
High School Christmas movie.
Yeah, because it's you would know. You would know instantly.
Miracle on 34th Street.
No.
Oh, is it Elf?
It doesn't know because I don't think it would be.
This question is outdated too. This article must be old.
Or was it not true?
It's changed recently. Semi-recently.
Then what's this? This is stupid.
Then find the actual.
Yeah,
I know what it is.
Okay. So we'll go for that one, not the one that says on there.
No, yeah, for the actual answer. Have to. Yes.
Had to have been in like the
That's
last
an answer.
2 years.
It would have to be not particular.
What's the one with all those women?
White Christmas.
No, not
All
white
the women?
No,
Little women? What do you?
no. Shoot.
What's a big Christmas IP?
Say.
Santa Claus.
I don't know.
Max is going home alone.
Is it a single movie or a series of movies?
It's a single movie.
But is it in a series?
No.
I take back my answer. I'm gonna say recent. What Christmas movies have come out recently?
Let's see. That's the hard part. Is they don't make a lot of them anymore.
It's not the holdovers. 'Cause no one's
No.
Is it Die Hard?
No, because that's not recent.
Oh, this is recent.
Well,
It
that's,
said it changed recently.
it changed recently.
Is it the Santa one that came out?
There's no way Violent Night is the highest
But
grossing
I'm
Christmas
accounting
movie.
for inflation. Because I'm saying like.
This is not adjusted for inflation.
Just period.
This is just period. Like just total gross when it came out.
I have no idea.
Elf.
Wasn't one of the Spider-Man movies technically a Christmas movie?
No, we're not counting No Way Home.
I'm gonna say Elf
Christmas
just for the heck of it. So.
Patrick's saying Elf. Are you just gonna stick with Home Alone?
Change, no, hold on. Changed recently.
I feel like Elf is probably the most rewatched Christmas movie of all time.
That might be true. I
So-
don't. Well, It's a Wonderful Life's been around for 80
So
years.
Yeah, but it only got syndicated so much because it was
Yeah,
not because anyone actually watches it.
Man, I don't know.
No.
there was that new animated Grinch.
Oh,
Shoot. Is
Illumination.
it the animated Illumination Grinch movie?
It could be it.
That actually could be it. That is probably what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'll go with that.
It is. It's the animated Grinch movie.
That sucks.
538 million.
That actually
crazy.
sucks so bad. That
Home
sucks
Alone
so bad.
was the old one. Max was right the first one, and then
Can I get a
Grinch
point for
came
that?
out in 2018.
No.
No.
I mean, we all get a
I'm
point.
I
behind
mean,
by two.
on the
also-
website that
also-
is the answer. That's what I'm saying. This one is old.
Come on, give me that.
I'll give Max.
Give me that. I'm too
We
behind
should
it.
all get a point.
I'm too behind anyways.
We should all get a point. Well, I guess I said.
I mean,
Yeah, but I was like, yeah, that makes
I was like,
sense.
it's definitely
I know
Home Alone.
enough to know that makes sense.
Patrick did bring it up. Patrick was the one who thought of it.
I only took back my. I wasn't even here when y'all were thinking.
All right. No, that's too easy. No, that's also easy. Some of these are way too easy.
I think we should just call it.
Nope. Why are there two gifts?
Because whoever wins gets to pick first.
They're the same
They're the same
thing.
All right, you guys just want to call it? The rest of these are pretty.
Yeah,
easy.
sure, just call
All right, Patrick.
No, let me
Well, I think
win.
Patrick was in the lead. I'll let Patrick go first.
Yeah, Patrick gets to pick first.
I'm the champion.
I'm putting fentanyl in your car.
Okay. You don't get both. You get to pick one.
I'm just listening.
Wait, you get
Man,
to
they
pick
sound
first.
so
Everyone
different.
shush. Everyone shush.
No one can hear that.
Well, he can.
I'm
Is it
trying
gonna
to
be-
hear which movie it
He's
is.
shaking the presents.
You think shaking it will tell you what movie it
Let's
is?
hear like lines of dialogue come out.
It's gonna
Oh,
be a
alright.
Gucci movie, isn't it?
All right, let's let Patrick go first.
Let's see
Yeah,
which
Patrick, go first.
crappy movie I got.
Oh, you
Oh,
actually
wait.
bought the movie.
That's the sequel
Boss
to the They made a
Baby.
Boss Baby 2.
With Alec Baldwin.
What did they make of that?
Spots,
Alec
maybe
Baldwin.
When did they make that?
Boss Baby.
Alright, let's see what
An
this one
old new
is.
short story.
They're all just short.
I'll
What's
take
this
Madam
one?
18.
Oh, it's live action now. What is this? Is this the Clifford movie? I don't think we actually saw this. Yeah, we never actually saw this movie. It's the Clifford movie. The one that's got the big creepy puppet that they used.
Wow, that's
Clifford was
crazy.
actually not that big.
We'll have to take a picture and post it on our social
I was-
media.
I might do it next year. I was gonna buy a Brian's Life podcast mug as the prize.
Wait, is that site still up?
Yeah,
I
it
went
is.
over there and it wasn't gonna ship until after Christmas, so
Oh.
I wouldn't have time. So I went to the Walmart $5 movie bin.
Well, that's
Thank you
great.
for your investment.
I'm glad we got Clifford the Big Red Dog, which is I don't even think is a Christmas movie, and
No, neither one of them are.
which is also not a Christmas movie.
Well, they last all year. You can watch them at any time.
true. You could do
Just like
that.
you could play Madden.
It's the
18 on
gift that
Xbox.
keeps on giving, really.
No, that's fine. Xbox.
Every year, it's got a new short film.
This would
Actually-
be great if I had Xbox.
Actually,
One.
we literally cannot play that actually because we do not have.
I do not have an Xbox.
Not
The-
a single one of us owns that.
So
Since you sell
the
yours-
new short film is called Precious Templeton. Precious Templeton? A pony tale?
Sure, maybe. Yeah,
Maybe.
why not?
Plus, Never Grew Up. The Big Babies Behind the Boss Baby. Family Business. Boss Baby Art Class. How to Draw. Together We Stand.
All right, he's
Video
reading
and
all the
more.
boss
All
baby.
right, thank you,
words.
everybody.
Thank
Once
you,
again.
everyone.
Made in Mexico. Where was your disc made?
I don't know. Where does it say
China.
that?
I don't know. I just disc in Mexico.
Disc was created in compliance. This disc is copyright protected. It doesn't say where the
Manufactured
disc is
is made in Mexico.
manufactured.
Yeah, I'm special.
Anyway, thank you everybody once again for watching our annual Christmas special. It's always a delight to put these together. I hope you and your family have a very merry, relaxing Christmas.
A very special Christmas.
We will
Very
be back.
very maximum power, maximum
me
speed
money.
Christmas.
We'll be
You
back
have money on
next
no
week
fund me.
to wrap up the year. We'll talk about everything that happened, all the movies, what were the hits, what were the misses.
Make sure you go the maximum speed this Christmas.
Yes. So that'll be up.
Drive home unsafely.
Drive home right after Christmas Eve. Make sure you're a little
I
liquored
believe
up.
that'll be up on the
You've had,
Turbo.
hopefully you've had a lot of eggnog. you know.
Definitely everything or just a tad.
So thank you.
We do
listening.
not condone drinking and
I
driving.
condone drinking and driving.
No, we don't. No, we
Oh my
do
gosh,
not.
I gotta
I'm
tell you
not
guys.
kidding.
So there's this thing that we do at halftime during football, or like
And you drink
during
and drive?
timeouts at football games, where they put some kid in a golf cart and put those drunk goggles on him, and try to make him do the course, and they always drive over the cones, but they always get to the end. That's what matters.
So guys, I do.
Yeah, okay,
know
but if you were in a
drunk
car,
driving,
those
this
cones would
isn't
be
a
like
joke.
telephone poles, and you would not be able to run them over.
Anyway,
I think they intentionally run over
I
them
think the
because it's
lesson we
fun.
learned this Christmas is ChatGPT is good for coming up with fake movies.
ChatGPT
And you should drive drunk. All right, thank you.
All right,
everybody.
bye-bye.
Bye. Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Happy holidays.
And that's why I condone it. Okay.
All right, I don't know what he's saying.